Hey, music man, ain't that grand? Playing boy just as long as you can. How to tell you there's no way to do. Talk about your gal, ought to see mine. Ain't so pretty, but she sure do dress fine. How to tell you that's the way to do. Boy, after water, she brought gasoline. Tell you that's treating me mighty mean. How to tell you there's no way to do. Play it, boy, play it. Hey, babe, wanna be my sweetest gal in town. I'll tell you that's the way to do. Now listen here, babe, that's you kind. Now, babe, don't lose your mind. I'll tell you that's no way to do.
Hello, everyone. First of all, welcome to the Secret Cellar. So we are going to be starting our show in 10 minutes, but that means 10 more minutes of happy hour. So if you want a cheaper beer or wine, come find me at the bar, and I will help you with that. We would like to remind everyone that upstairs and downstairs are two completely different bars. So if you want to support the comedy scene here in Iceland, support it by buying drinks from the winners down here and not the losers upstairs. We have bathrooms in the back, smoking outside. Also, we are live streaming this show tonight. We are actually on YouTube right now. So because of that, we would like to let you guys know we have an absolute zero tolerance for heckling. Hecklers will be asked to leave. So absolutely none of that during the show. And please try to keep your conversations to a minimum. If I ask you to, be quiet during the show, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just you're disrupting people around you. Sound good? Awesome. So we hope you have a wonderful time, and we'll see you in 10 minutes.
Why you had to hide away for so long? Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue, here's a place to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Hey there, Mr. Blue, here's a place to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Mr. Blue Sky, Mr. Blue Sky, Mr. Blue Sky. so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you.
Hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. I'm hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. Lips as sweet as candy, its taste is on my mind. Girl, you got me thirsty for another cup of wine. Got a bug from you, girl, but I don't need no cure. I just stay a victim if I can for sure. All the good love when we're all alone. Keep it up, girl. Yeah, you turn me on. I'm hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. All the good love when we're all alone. Keep it up, girl. Yeah, you turn me on. I'm hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. I'm hooked on a feeling, and I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. I said I'm hooked on a feeling, and I'm high on believing
in a little cafe just the other side of the border. She was a sitting there giving me looks that made my mouth water. So I started walking her way. She belonged to Batman Jose, and I knew, yes I knew I should leave. Then I heard her say, come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone, and the night is so long. We started to dance in my arms, she felt so inviting, and I just couldn't resist just a little kiss, so exciting. Then I heard the guitar player say, vamos, Jose's on his way. And I knew, yes I knew I should run, but then I heard her say, come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone, and the night is so long. Then the music stopped when I looked, the cafe was empty. Then I heard Jose say, man, you know you're in trouble plenty. So I dropped my drink from my hand, and through the window I ran. And as I rode away, I could hear her say to Jose, come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone, and the night is so long. La 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 sa.
I'm an alligator. I'm a mama, papa coming for you. I'm a space invader. I'll be a rock and rollin' bitch for you. Keep your mouth shut. Just walking like a big monkey bird. And I'm busting up a brain for the world. Keep your electric on me, babe. Put your ray gun to my head. Press your space close to my love. Freak out in a moon age daydream, oh yeah. Don't fake it, baby. Lay the real thing on me. The church of man love is such a holy place to be. Make me, baby. Make me know you really care. Make me jump into the air. Keep your electric on me, babe. Put your ray gun to my head. Press your space close
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Secret Cellar! Are we ready for a night of comedy? Oh, we can do better than that. Are we ready? Then welcome to the stage, the host of Northern Laughs, Aaron Zarabi.
Thank you. How you guys feeling out there? All right, 3 people doing good. I like it. That's fine. Welcome to Northern Laughs. I'm your host, Aaron Zarabi. You guys want to sit any closer to the stage? These people are on the stage, and you guys are somehow closer. This is insane. And why do you guys have 2 tables? Are you guys together, all 3 of you? Oh, all right. Cheers. So you guys are a couple, and this is the friend who? Brother-in-law. And that's your husband? Boyfriend. So so your husband is somewhere else. Got you. So how's your husband doing? It's not your brother. Has he proposed? So you're jumping the gun real. You got like brother-in-law? Shit. Fuck. So you guys are on vacation together? Who regrets this idea the most? You? Third wheel? Oh, there's more of you. You got a wife. It's not going well? I mean, how come nobody else came? And now you're just at a table alone. You don't even have a chair next to you. Most people at least lie to me. They're like, somebody's on the way. My wife is coming. I like it, though. How many more people? 3. Who is it? Your wife and who else?
My other sister and her husband.
All right. 3 couples. How many bedrooms? 3 bedrooms. All right. Good walls or what's it? Got good walls in the Airbnb?
They're not next to each other.
All right. So, wow, you got a huge place. You guys you're in a hotel, 3 actual rooms. I got you. I'm poor. So I was like, how many bunk beds you guys got? Wow, so who makes the money in this family? It's you? It's him. You paid for everyone? Holy shit. What do you do? Sells drugs? There was no answer. Don't be ashamed. What do you do? You're a builder. All right. Any builders over here? You a builder, sir? Not yet. That's a guy ready to work. Looking for any employees? Any builders? Wow. You paid for everyone. Is that true? No. You're just fucking with me. That's fucked up. All right. So he's the one you can blame for this. That's good. You still wearing your jacket, sir? You cold? Yeah, take it off. Get comfortable. Now we're all watching you. That was fun. Apologize for that. Where are you from? Are you from India? You're here on vacation? Coming from Belgium. You're there on exile or? You were there on a trip too? You work there. What do you do? Builder? Data scientist. I mean, we could have guessed that. I was going to say IT, but I was like, let me wait a few minutes. But you did it for me. I appreciate that. Data science. That's good. You like it? You make good money? Not as much as a builder. Well, you might have fucked up. I don't think builders make that much money. You make good money? No. All right, he's honest. So you're spending a lot of money here. Who conned you into coming to Iceland? My other sister. That bitch. This is not a cheap vacation, man. Tourists come to Iceland, they're like, this is going to be great. We're going to see the sights. We're going to go to restaurants. After 3 days, they're like, we're going to see the sights. After 4 days, they're like, anybody got a ride to the airport? Shit. It's $300 for a cab. They told me there was unlimited soup. Fuck. Yeah, they trick you in this place. They're like, wow, $50 plane ticket. Fuck. 2 months rent to rent a car. All right, that's fine. At least the gas will be cheap. Oh. You rented a car? You data scientist? You took the bus. So you really don't make as much as a builder. Bussing around Iceland. Bunch of Asians in the bus, right? Asians, they get their own bus. I don't know how the fuck they do it, but it's always only Asians in one bus. How do they do it? I don't know. Just if anyone has an answer. Doesn't matter where you go in the world, you turn a corner, there's an Asian family taking a selfie. Tell me that's not true. Anywhere. Homeless shelter. Right there. They know how to do vacations. Where are you from? You're local. That's why you look so scary. All right. You look like you murdered a sheep on the way here. Are you a builder? Electrician, right. That's like 90% of the people in Iceland, right? No, right. I meant, 10%, 90% is unemployed, right. I'm an immigrant, so I got to be employed. I'm a painter. Yeah, house painter. I'm the Mexican of Iceland, so that's what I do with my life. Just stand outside the hardware store looking for work. It's fucked up. I get tan in the summer and I can't get a job. That's how it is in Iceland. I'm from New York City, so you knew it. Where are you guys from? What part? Brooklyn. All right. Don't stab anyone tonight. They got some tough laws here. Unless you molest people, then you'll be fine. But if you stab, not a good country for that. What part of Brooklyn? Oh, so you guys are white. Yeah. Oh, don't point at her and say that. No, not them. I've been to Sheepshead Bay. A lot of Russians over there. Right? Are you Russian? What are you? What's your heritage? Right. There was only 2 options for Sheepshead Bay. Italians and Russians. Russians are scary, though, man. Especially in New York. People would... we got a Russian? You Russian? All right. The door's that way. I'm just fucking around. Talking about Russians. Yeah, Russians are scary. That's the scariest accent in the world, Russians, right? Especially in America, they got a crazy accent. It's fucking scary. Like, doesn't matter. You could run into a Russian in, like, a crazy neighborhood, and they'll, like, take control. Like, they're getting robbed in, like, not Park Slope, but Brighton Beach, they're getting robbed. I guess you don't go to Brighton Beach. It's all Russian. All right, so you hate Russians. That's fine. You just, you got an area. Don't backtrack. New York City is great, though. Greatest city in the world, right? You from New York City? All right. We got a deaf guy in the crowd. Are you with him? Well, this guy didn't save you a seat. What a motherfucker. He just left you a space. He knew you were coming, too. That's fucked up. That's some builder shit right there. He's like, yeah, Johnny's going to show up, and he's going to squat for 2 hours. You're seeing the lady there. All right. Good save. And this lady is like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Get your friend. That's fucked up. Wow. A lot of people coming in late. Yeah. You can leave. Oh, you can come. Come on in. You Russian? He's Russian. All right. Are you with him? Is it really? No. They've never seen you before. If they know you, they really don't like you. You're like, that's the sister. And she's like, the fuck? Yeah. We got any Icelanders in here? You guys sound very excited. Great. It's the first free thing you've done in your life. Have some more excitement. Come on. Open that wallet up. I'm going to ask for tips later. Don't worry. We're still in Iceland. Nothing is free. Except for falling off a cliff. That's free. But your family will pay to send your body back home. So, where are you guys from? All right. You're from New York? You're from El Salvador. How do you guys know each other? Where? In New York? A lot of confusing answers here. You guys are from too many places. Where do you guys work in Pennsylvania? All right. There you go. We're bringing people together here. You ever been to El Salvador? What part of Pennsylvania? Philadelphia? Sounds racist. Any place that has a white guy's name in it is a fucked up place. Welcome to Allentown. They're like, where are you from? You're like, El Salvador. We're like, all right. You look white enough. You can stay. You have to leave in the summer. You like doing consulting? Is she your boss? You're like, yeah, I like it. What is this consulting? Electric consulting. You guys sell electricity? All right. Sounds boring as fuck. It's the most boring job I've ever heard of. At least you enjoy it. That's good. You guys make enough money to go to Iceland. That's nice. Good for you. I came here on vacation. I haven't had enough money to go back home. So, still working on that. And that's how you start painting houses in Iceland. No, I came here to live with my wife. She's Icelandic, you know. There's only 2 reasons to move to Iceland. For love or if you're Polish. So, didn't really have a choice. I just woke up on a plane. They're like, good luck, Útlendingur. Means immigrant in Icelandic. I moved here. I moved into my father-in-law's house with my wife. Share a bedroom wall with my father-in-law. That's not even a joke. That's just a life fact. So enjoy that one. As a moving in present, my father-in-law bought us a headboard. That's a father-in-law move right there. That's a checkmate move. He's like, you're not paying rent, but you're not fucking my daughter either. Get in here. Welcome to the family. Like, what is the point of a headboard other than letting people around you know that you're fucking? What is the point of a headboard? Like, I didn't know which way to lay my head. Thank God for this piece of wood. No, everyone knows you're fucking now. I've had so much quiet sex. Nothing worse than quiet sex. Everything becomes so loud. Can't even breathe when you're having quiet sex. Like, quiet. Gotta be so silent. You better be shaved, too. We need a frictionless entry for this to work. It's gotta sound like 2 balloons rubbing against each other. That's the only way we're gonna come tonight. Sounds like a clown making balloon animals. Are there children laughing at this? What the fuck? Somebody close that door before I get arrested. Jesus Christ. Anyway, about fucking my wife. Right. Can you please close the door before I go to jail? Appreciate it. Yeah, 2 years of quiet sex. You start to get good at it. I've become a ninja. I've become a cum ninja. Nobody knows when I'm coming. I'm just in the darkness like, oh, that was good. It's not easy, though. Women make noise when they come, like, so you got to be extra silent when you're having sex with your wife in her dad's house. Like the last time me and my wife came at the same time, sound like a fucking Lamaze class. It was like, make friends louder, make friends louder. Season 1 only. Can't get distracted. You always need to have season 1 of Friends on the TV when you're having quiet sex. Can't be having sex with a TV on and something interesting comes on, right? You get distracted. Just like 1 million stars in a galaxy 1 billion light years wide. Like the 1 million hairs on your head. Or the 1 million sperm in your load. How did he know? Get off me! You guys ready to get this show started? You guys ready for the first comedian? Let's hear it. Yeah, give it up. Let's hear it for Andre Ivarsson.
Yeah, it's a big prop for one joke. I'm a guitar player, you know. I probably heard some people from the States. I think guitar solos are not like hot in the States right now, but I can tell you in Iceland, they are also not cool. And but guitar intros are still cool. You know, we had a Guns N' Roses show going on this summer, and everyone came. And they have the most beautiful guitar intro I've ever heard in my life. Like, you remember it? Yeah. But not better. The Eagles. The Eagles have the best guitar intro ever recorded on a concert. Do you remember the Hell Freezes Over concert when they did the? No, nobody knew what was going on. Oh my God, what's going on? And Hotel California starts, and everyone just goes wild. And I think more country musicians should use this tool, the guitar intro. You're in like a country concert, you know. And don't break my heart, my achy breaky heart. I don't quite think it was. Yeah. You got to be aware where you do this joke, you know, because I actually did this joke in Kentucky. And no, it was okay. Nobody got offended. It was way worse than that. The crowd got so pumped I had to finish the song. It was terrible. Yeah. I haven't been here a while. It's really fun to come out here and see the beautiful tourist girls. You know, I actually picked up a tourist woman last year. I used the ultimate pickup line. I said, "Hey, going on that Northern Lights tour, are we? That 12-hour bus ride? What if I told you I knew about a more efficient way to get disappointed?" The funny thing was that we actually dated for 6 months after that, so going on the Northern Lights tour would have been a way more efficient way to get disappointed. Yeah. But I don't like dating though. Dating's really tricky because you can probably, I'm probably gonna, you know, connect with this. You know, you look single, right? Yeah, yeah. Not just because you look happy. You know, it's like, oh, yeah. She could have misunderstood that very badly. Oh, okay. But it wasn't meant in that way. I'm a very good person. Like me, please. Anyway. So the first dates are really awkward, you know. The second dates are a little bit better, the problem is that on the second date, the couple usually start to realize that I'm there too, you know, and that gets awkward as well. Yeah. But I actually, I have a girlfriend now. This is true, and that's why I'm so really chill right now. It's just like I just had sex, and yeah, it's Saturday. But I actually moved in with her, and I just think it's probably the only reason she got me to move in with her, because you know she likes to, you know, you can take care of the opening of the jar problem, you know. Yeah, for some reason she likes me watching when she opens them. It's really creepy. That joke, I fucked it up a little bit. I'm trying it out. You guys are fun though. I live in the north. Anyone been to the north in Akureyri? Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful little town. I actually live there, but it's no problem. You know, my parents are there, but you know the postal service is so good that you know it's just enough to write on the envelope like Grandma Anna in the Westfjords, and they will find the right Grandma Anna. There aren't so many. You know, I tried this to the extreme. I tried writing on the envelope the town hobo in Akureyri, and yeah, my dad thanked me for the Christmas card. He called me. That's really good. Yeah, my father is like a very cold man. You know. He's been dead for 3 years now. This wasn't a joke. I don't understand. Nah, he's all right. He's not dead, but he's a very cold man. You know, he always gives me the same Christmas present. Is the bank app in my phone that rings in Christmas for me. It goes like ding. Oh, well, yeah. My dad gave me 10,000 kroner. That's pretty nice. And it's good to get that reminder, because then it reminds me to also transfer 10,000 kroner to his account through the app. That's also my present to him. And no, it's pretty beautiful, you know. It's because it's like the spirit of Christmas in this capitalistic society, because me and my dad end up even Steven, but the bank gets 14 kroner from the transaction, so it's really beautiful. Yeah. It seems like I have a weird relationship with my family. I don't, you know. I love my grandma a lot, you know. But she's always like, she's always threatening to leave us, you know. She's always, it's probably a good day to die today or something, you know. And you don't know what to say to that, you know. What do you say? I always start like a half-assed cheerleading act. Like, nah, you're not gonna die. Come on, don't die. Like 10, 8, 6, 4. Don't lay flat on the floor. But yeah, my grandma, they used to call her like a grammar Nazi all the time. This is not a beautiful thing to call an old woman, you know. But it doesn't make sense, grammar Nazi, because I've never seen a racist or anti-Semitic comment on the internet with perfect spelling. Never, you know. It's like fucking immigrants taking our jobs with like 3 M's in the word jobs. Yeah. Grammar is the one thing that those guys are very liberal about, actually. They're grammar snowflakes is what they are, you know. Yeah. This joke offends some people. It's funny. I'm still kind of getting to know what offends people and whatnot. But I know that I can make fun of people with a cleft lip because I have a cleft lip. It's true. I Googled it, and Google said, yeah, you can do it. Don't worry, man. Have fun. And I actually did a joke about me having a cleft lip, which I do have. And a woman got really angry at me because she was so offended on my behalf. And she said this. She said, Andre, it's not okay to make fun of handicapped people. Which offended me more than that joke ever could. Yeah. But still, it was still good to know. I didn't know I was handicapped, you know. It's good to know that now when I'm 30, you know. Immediately went to collect my welfare, you know. So what's your handicap? What's your handicap? Well, obviously I have this, so some people can play the trumpet better than I can, I guess, you know. Yeah, which is really a bad thing because I'm a big jazz guy, you know, and I like to play the trumpet, but I have to play the guitar instead. And how is that funny? No, I want to know, you know, was it a joke? Was there a pun in there? Oh well. I don't have to get I don't have to get the jokes myself, you know. I can just. Thank you for that. Anyway, I'm a big jazz guy, you know. There are a lot of like jazz, two educated troubadours on the pubs playing and the pubs around here, you know. You've seen them. They're like playing some really cheesy song and they're adding like a bebop jazz solo into the song that doesn't fit the song at all. It's like really fun.
I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain?
That's terrible. Yeah, I fucked up the solo. It was really stiff. But I'm gonna do a little final thing for you, and I'm gonna do a really sexy little act. Is that okay? Yeah. I hope there are no couples in here, because it's inevitable that every woman will find me extremely attractive during this performance. And if there are any couples, I would like to say to the men, I'm very sorry, and to the women, I would like to say, you're very welcome. Anyway, this is like a jazz thing, the only way to sell jazz, which is to be sexy while you're playing jazz. So I hope you enjoy it. I was pretty sure she would jump at the pink violently, you know, but it's okay. It's just half of it, you know. It's just half of the solo. Here's the sexiest part, all right. Yeah. Sexy. Ah, fuck. Wait. Wait, I sometimes can't find the final chord. Wait. Thank you so much.
One more time for Andre Ivarsson. Let's hear it. Keep it going for your next comic. Give it up for Johann Ben. Hello, Reykjavik! Is anyone here a substitute teacher in the 80s that just really wants to connect to the kids? Oh, well, don't worry, guys. I got us covered. No, sorry, I'm not that guy at all. My name is Johann. It's the Icelandic version of John. So it's pretty much the most boring name there is. I have a 9-to-5 job. That's as boring as it gets. My wife and I, our sex life is so boring. Our safe word is stop it. Actually, I work as a tour guide. I specialize in elf sightseeing. Oh, of course, that's a ridiculous joke. Tourists would never pay money to go on a trip that wasn't guaranteed to give them what they paid for. My favorite radio station in Iceland, it's called FMX. They have a very honest slogan. It's, we pick the music, you listen.
Now, my grandfather, he's in an old people's home, and apparently they have somewhat of a STD epidemic there. He called me up last week and he told me, Jon, I now have hearing aids. Now, where are my Americans at? You never get any attention at these shows. Come on. You were from America, yeah? Okay, I'm going to ask you. Do you remember 0.81818181818181? No? Okay, that's kind of strange. I thought you Americans always said, let's never forget 9 divided by 11. Now, I am obliged to tell you that the views expressed right now on stage are my views and not the views of the venue. I think you're a pretty smart crowd. I think you would get it if I was only expressing the views of the venue. Be like, hey man, don't you guys think beer is great? Drunk sex, best sex ever. What do you guys try to use to fill that void in your life? Beer? I don't know. That's their views, not mine. And I sometimes get the question, are you married? I don't see a wedding ring. I'm not quite sure I have to prove statements with jewelry. I don't think that's a part of my life. I don't want to be, I think it's a slippery slope. I don't want to be walking down the street and a bum asks me for money, and I say no, for him to be able to say, well, excuse me, sir, but you're not wearing your amulet of poverty. I think my wife thinks that I don't trust her. Or, you know, that's what she's telling her friends on the Facebook chat. Now, my wife and I, we have a joint account. I don't like it one bit. She's the one that smokes all the weed. I'm sorry, guys. That was a dad joke, but I'm allowed. I just had a kid. Yeah. It's quite nice. I like seeing what the other side of disappointment looks like. Wasn't really prepared to have a kid. The only thing I had prepared was the dad bod. But now I'm getting rid of that. I'm playing badminton. Hurt my shoulder last week, though. Now I can only lift my hand up to here. It's one of those times in life when you think to yourself, well, I'm glad I'm not a Nazi. Equally bad would be if I was really mad and I was trying to describe it and I would say, well, I've had it up to here. Just make me seem like I was mildly irritated. Now, I hate it when people talk about women's lives being more complicated than men's lives because, you know, can be pretty complicated. Yeah, when it comes to giving head, we have to do the whole alphabet. Women, they only have to do one letter. Or, you know, sometimes they get a little international. They throw in like a Danish O in there. I'm Johann Ben, thank you!
One more time for Johann Ben. Let's hear it. It's like the Seinfeld of 9/11 jokes. Good shit. Don't expect to hear that from someone who looks like that. That's amazing. 9/11 brings back memories as a New Yorker. You know, it made our city stronger. New York City's got to be one of the strongest cities in the world, right? It's also one of the most confusing cities in the world, New York City. New York City has 2 slogans: to never forget and forget about it. What are we supposed to do right now, New York? You guys ready for another comic? Yeah, let's hear. This next guy has a show every Thursday here. It's called My Voices Have Tourette's, and he's also the bartender. Let's hear it for Dan Zarin.
Hello, everyone. All right. So, no jokes like those. So how many tourists here have seen the Northern Lights yet? Of course not. You haven't been tipping, so we turned that shit off. But since none of you have seen it, I'll describe it for you. The Northern Lights is a lot like sex. You're not sure if it's going to happen or not, and when it does, it's already over. But I'm going to explain to you guys why I sound like I'm still going through puberty at age 30. I have Tourette syndrome. Otherwise, me doing a show called My Voices Have Tourette's would be very awkward. But I have this tic where my hand shakes a lot like this, and it's very common with people with Tourette syndrome that we try to suppress our tics by like tensing muscles. But after a while, that really hurts. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just put my hand in my pocket. But when you're walking down the street, I mean, this face doesn't help. But it's a great way to get rid of people at a bar. I've often wondered, what would it be like if certain celebrities had the same tics as me? Like take Obama, for example. Obama has the greatest voice ever. I'm glad people are already on board with this. No, but seriously, imagine Obama as president being like, my fellow Americans. We have a serious problem here in the States, and we need to start taking things seriously, because at the end of the day, we need to start taking matters into our own hands. But when you have a voice that makes hide and go seek quite difficult, walking places is kind of interesting. I was walking home the other night. It was like 3 a.m, and like my voice cracks, but every once in a while I just squeak. So like I was walking home, and I was just like, woo, woo, woo. And out of nowhere, a goose joined in. Like it was oddly on beat too. It was like, I'm like, what is going? Before I knew it, a cat and a dog were following me too. I was listening to Money by Pink Floyd. Yeah, that song is fucking ruined for me. Because now all I hear is do, 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 do. Meow, rough. But I started thinking, like, either I just offended a goose, or these animals feel I'm the only one that understands them. Like, I was hanging out with my friend Carmela one day, and she had her dog with her, and her dog is adorable. So I was like, I wanted to take a picture. She kept going, look at the camera, look at the camera. The dog is like, bleh. Look at the camera. Bleh. I went, ah! And the dog is like, you have my attention. Like, I'll be around a dog, and it'll be like, ah! And the dog is like, no. Oh, he said, what? Could you imagine the shit in Scooby-Doo just being like, Zoinks, like, hey, Scoob, like, what's so funny? Tourette's. Tourette's is so fun. I often get asked by people, like, what is sex like when you have Tourette's? Very squeaky. But the thing is, my sex life is very, very boring. Like, me and my girlfriend, like, it's kind of boring. But I do have one fun sex story if you guys want to hear it. Right? Well, I have a mic. I should tell it anyway. But, all right, so basically, when I was in high school, I was dating this girl, and we decided to go to a pool near where she lived. And we decided to fool around in the pool because no one else was there. And, we're fooling around, and then this family with, like, 2 kids, like, this tall, just jump into the pool. And my girlfriend goes, do you want to finish? I'm like, not exactly, no. So we went to the women's bathroom because they have like the enclosed stalls for the showers. And and we're fooling around in there. And like, I have a heat sensitivity problem. So at one point I was just like, I'm sorry, this is getting a bit too hot for me. And then I heard from the stall next to us, yeah, me too. Please stop. All right, yes, I look like Jesus. I get told this a lot by the same people that tell me I look like fucking Charles Manson. Kind of says a lot about what they think of Jesus. I matched with a girl on Tinder once who was like, oh, this is so great. I've never slept with a homeless guy before. I was on a plane once and a woman wanted to change seats because she thought I looked like a terrorist. I was like, what fucking good is changing seats gonna do? All right, has anyone in here ever been mugged? Yeah, I mean, if you have, this is actually the reaction you should have. I asked that once at a show, and this woman went, yes, I have. And I'm like, that's not something to be proud of. But I got mugged recently, and it was the weirdest thing. All right, so this woman threw her baby at me, and then someone ran around to try to steal my wallet. Well, it leads me to the question, who is the bigger asshole? Her for throwing the baby or me for not catching it? But I actually, the thing about, one thing I wanted to tell you guys though, I mean, when you sound like a dog squeaky toy, a friend of mine told me I sounded like a dog squeaky toy once, so of course I told him to bite me. No, but look, like going to see movies in theaters is like the greatest thing ever, because it's so loud, I don't have to suppress anything, I can just let the shit fly, right? I went to see A Quiet Place. This movie taught me you should research movies before you go see them. I didn't know anything. It's a movie about a world where if you make a sound, a monster fucking kills you. So the whole movie is silence. I was sitting in my seat suppressing the fuck out of my tics. Sounded like a cartoon cat dying. It was like... Finally, people were like, shh. And I'm like, I'm fucking trying. Made me realize if I lived in that world, I'd die in 2 seconds. And there's a sequel coming out. I'm fucked. But I'm going to leave you guys with this, because how many atheists do we have in here? Yeah. Every once in a while, someone will be like, so you're an atheist and you look like Jesus? And I'm like, yeah, my Father's Day is very confusing. But I love the atheism here in Iceland. I really do. Look, like today I was walking here and I caught the end of an American tourist asking an Icelander for directions. At the end of it, the American goes, all right, God bless y'all. And the Icelander went, no thanks. Thank you guys. I'll be at the bar.
Give it up for Dan Zarin. Let's hear it one more time. The next comic coming up as a show here every Friday night called The Secret Friday Show. Let's hear it for Gísli Johann. Give it up.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! 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 It's gonna be 3 hours of this. It's gonna be fucking awesome. All right? It's good. It's fucking awesome. What a fucking beautiful crowd. Look at all you fucking people here at the Secret Cellar. Yeah, it's fucking beautiful crowd. This is amazing. This is great. We're here at a fucking Saturday, right? In Iceland. Yeah, at the Secret Cellar. Yeah, the Secret Cellar. Yeah. The Secret Cellar. Yeah. The Secret Cellar. How'd you know? There's a sign? You put up a fucking sign? It's not you fucking keep a secret, you piece of shit. No, we're here at the Secret Cellar. It's amazing. What a fucking beautiful fucking audience. It's amazing. We're here at the Secret Cellar. It's great. On a Saturday night in Iceland. It's amazing. Yeah. We're at the Secret Cellar. It's amazing. It's great. This place is called the Secret Cellar. But I don't think it's called the Secret Cellar because, you know, this place, this cellar, is a secret. Obviously not. You fuckers found it. Right? No, I think it's called the Secret Cellar because this cellar has a secret. Right? Yeah, it has a secret. Yeah. Some Icelandic people in here tonight? Yeah, some of you. Yeah. So, you know, this place, it wasn't always called the Secret Cellar. This place used to be called Strawberries. Yeah. It used to be called Strawberries. And now, I know, are there any, yeah, so I know. Some of you are probably thinking, oh, strawberries, huh? Nice. It was named after a sweet, succulent fruit. This must have been like a fucking classy establishment or something, right? It wasn't. It wasn't at all. Some Americans in here tonight? Yeah? Americans, right? Yeah? So you've heard of strip clubs, right? Yeah, you've heard of them, right? Of course. Frequent visitor. Love him. It's great. But no, you're in Iceland now, all right? And you have to know something about Iceland is, we're in Iceland, and Iceland, we're very progressive. Very progressive. Equal pay and all that. So we banned strip clubs. Strip clubs are illegal in Iceland. They are not allowed. We're not having it. Right? But we found a way around it. Yes, we did. We're progressive, but smart. Yeah. So we call them champagne clubs. That's what we call them, champagne clubs. But champagne clubs, they are slightly different from strip clubs, right? So in a champagne club, scantily clad women, they walk around, right? But they will not talk to you unless you buy them copious amounts of very, very expensive alcohol. So it's a lot like my relationship with my mother in a way, kind of, which was weird because she worked here, but in a small country, you gotta put bread on the table somehow, So this place, I love this place, it feels like home. It's good. A lot of Christmas memories. It was wonderful. But of course, they had to change this place up, right? Like when it was Strawberries, it was different. But they opened the Secret Cellar. They had to change the place up, and for example, they put up these drapes, these really red, velvety drapes, really strip club-esque drapes, if you ask me. To be honest. Kind of feels like I'm about to introduce someone on stage called Candy Crush, if you ask me. And the walls, they used to be bare, like the women. But they did something with the walls. They did something with the walls, something being the key word. They did something with, they decided to redecorate it. I wish I could have sat in on that meeting when they decided hey, what should we do with the walls? And one guy just went, "Wood! Wood!" And the other guy went wood, okay, so you mean parquet paneling or something? No, just wood! Just oddly cut planks of wood! And they went with it. That's what they decided on. That's great. And they cleaned the shame of the floors? Fucking a lot of scrubbing, if you ask me. But they didn't change everything, of course. They didn't change everything. Like, if you look up to, the ceiling, you can see that there's a horseshoe outline in the ceiling, and that's where the catwalk was. Yeah, and right up here, there's a tiny little a nubbin, right? And that's where the pole came down, or the Russian or Lithuanian. I don't know. Sad, but true. It's good. What a fucking beautiful crowd. This is amazing. Yeah, the Kingpin is here. Fucking amazing. Spider-Man. Fucking. The bassist from every fucking band you never heard of. It's amazing. It's good. You guys are here. You look like you bought the premium seats, and now you're regretting it. That's good. It's amazing. It's a fucking beautiful crowd. Quickly, by round of applause, who in here does not speak Icelandic? Yeah. That's good. You don't speak Icelandic? You don't speak Icelandic? No? Why? You never learn? No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna put you on the spot. I'm not gonna humiliate you. I'm actually gonna applaud you. No, I'm happy for you. It's good that you don't know Icelandic, because that means you didn't waste your time learning a dead language. Oh! These are Icelandic people going, Yeah. Icelandic people don't like it when I say Icelandic is a dead language. But here's a fact, okay? More people in the world speak Latin. Yeah. Latin. The language of the Romans. More people in the world actually speak Danish, and that's not even a language. I'm fucking crazy, all right? Icelandic it's a dead language, all right? Let's face it, guys. Here's the thing. Icelandic, if you want to learn Icelandic, Icelandic is one of these things that it's nice to have. It's nice to have Icelandic. It's nice to know it. It's like having it's nice to have candles at home. Yeah. If you want to light one up and have a wank, you know what I mean? It's nice to have candles at home, but you don't need them because we have light bulbs, right? And here's the thing. Icelandic, it's not useful anywhere in the world except maybe in Iceland. If you meet someone over 80 years old, okay? And you need to know the ingredients of your meat soup. Because you're vegan. You know what I mean? And you've never seen this scene acted out like in a movie ever before. I guarantee it. There's a spy, like a secret agent, right? And he's crawling in an air duct, right? In an office building. And he comes upon a time bomb. And it's ticking down. And there's wires and shit. And he radios in and he goes, boss, there's a bomb here. How do I disarm it? And the boss, he radios back and he goes, I don't know. The instructions are in Icelandic. I don't fucking know. I don't know. You're supposed to cut the gulivin. What the fuck is a gulivin? I wish I learned Icelandic. In spy school. God damn. Not spice school. Spy school. That's good. The other day we had a guy sitting on the far back table, and he was sitting over there, and he was wearing the Icelandic flag as a cape. So that means he was either really, really drunk, or he was the world's worst superhero. Yeah. Can you imagine Iceland man as a superhero? Right? There's a burning building, office building is burning. People are outside screaming for help. Someone help us. Iceland man flies over. Sigur Rós is playing in the background. And they hail him down. Someone help us. Iceland man, help us. And he lands. And they ask him, Iceland man, will you help us? Will you help us? And he goes, yes. That'll be 12,900. And the people, they panic. They go, hey, fucking pull your fucking money. Fucking, everyone pull your money. Pay the man. And they manage to pull your money and they pay Iceland man. Iceland man, will you help us now? And he goes, no. I'm off tonight. It's cloudy. No refunds. Have a hot dog. It's good. Yeah, there's a bunch of tourists here tonight, right? Yeah? Ah, you're all visiting Iceland in February? Which means you're not good at making decisions in life. I don't want to judge you or anything, but have you fucking looked outside? No, it's February. It's fucking cold. And it's dark. And it's cold. And it's dark. You're fucking serious? Is there someone in? Is it raining? Look, some fucking English guy in the back. And it's raining. Have I been to England? No, I enjoy life. No, there's a bunch of fucking beautiful people here, and you're here in February. Is there anyone in here like who comes from like a country that has like the sun all the time? Yeah? You guys? Yeah? Where are you from? Huh? Cape Verde Islands? Is it west coast of Africa? Is it a tax haven? We love that shit here. That's fucking amazing. No, that's good. But yeah, Cape Verde Islands on the west coast of Africa. Yeah, like you guys have the sun all the time there? Yeah? What's it like?
Sunny every day.
Whoa. Sunny. Every day? Tell me more. I'm not even kidding. Tell me more. I want to hear all about it. If you haven't, look, this picture on the wall, this is actually a picture of the Icelandic summer. Okay? It's not good here, all right? It's difficult. Did you guys visiting Iceland? Yeah? Did you? Was that guy Russian or something? What happened? Did he steal that guitar? Was that his guitar? Oh, that's me. Yeah, okay. All right. You guys are visiting Iceland, right? Did you know in Iceland, they spike our milk? Did you know that? Yeah. They spike the government. Yeah, they spike our milk. They put vitamin D. They put vitamin D. They put the fucking sun. Into our milk. That's crazy. So we don't kill ourselves. It's true. It's not even a lie. So if you're lactose intolerant, you're fucked. No fucking chance. It's not right. God. I arrived. Wait. I arrived late at a show the other day. Were you there? Definitely an Icelandic woman. No, it happens. Yeah, we arrive late all the time. And I arrived late at the show. And as I arrived, the host, he came up to me. I was like, "Oh, good. You're finally here. We're gonna put you on next. You're like a high energy comic." And I went, "Fuck. How does he know I'm high?" It's pretty fucking impressive. I also had a Red Bull, man. It's pretty good. So we have some Americans in here? Yeah? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah? No? You're fucking denying it now? Oh, we have some Americans. That's okay. It's good. Americans are nice people. Perfect. And they invented the car. We don't hate the car. Or flight. Or the telephone. I'm just saying, Americans are okay people. Are there any Canadians in here tonight? Which one? Raise your hand. Proud Canadian somewhere? He went to the bathroom. Woo! That's good. No, I love Canadians. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, you can say what you will about Canadians, but I like them. Pretty good people. Yeah, they're pretty amazing. Did you know that like Iceland, they, like in the 1700s, like 30,000 Icelandic people, they up and left, and they moved to Canada? Did you know that? No? Yeah, there's like, why? Do you want a list? Because they knew better. No, it's true. They up and went because some volcano blew up or whatever. Fucking big deal in the Black Plague and famine and whatever. Yeah, and they fucking up and left and they moved to Canada, and now they have like, they have like towns in Canada like Gimli, whatever. Like they call themselves West Icelanders. You know what we call them? Quitters. I mean, pussies. I fucking can't handle a little bit of volcano, or famine. Piece of shit. I'm saying. But we have some Americans. That's good. I like it. No. I like how you're denying it. No. She's not American? Wait, are you fucking immigration? What's going on? You don't think so? No, I get it. No, I know. It's okay. I love Americans. America's amazing. But I've also noticed that when I ask for Americans, I've noticed that Canadians, they don't chime in. Canadians do not identify as Americans. Have you noticed that? They are, geographically speaking, they're North Americans. Yeah, just like we're fucking Europeans or whatever. Right? But when I ask a Canadian, like, hey, where are you from? You're from America? And they go, no! No! Sorry. But I've also noticed that Americans have changed. I like it. We're gonna do a lot of shows with a lot of Americans. But I've noticed that you guys, like Americans, you've changed. It's different these days. I keep looking at you. I'm not even sure if you're American, but I'm just gonna assume you are. But I've noticed that Americans have changed. 3 years ago, we wouldn't have to ask you. You just walk in here going, USA! 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 Fucking bald eagle was flying. But it's changed. It's different these days. Are you guys Americans? No, we're not. What are you? International Americans. Definitely American. No, I've noticed it. Yeah, I noticed like Americans, like when you ask Americans today, like, hey, where are you from? You guys go like, oh. Yeah, you guys like you sound like you just got like Americans. They sound like they just got like out of like an abusive relationship. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Are you guys Americans? You are? Yeah. Yeah, when we ask you, like, hey, where are you from? You guys go, New York. No, you guys are hesitant. You're like, oh, we're from the United... It's getting fucking international up here. That's crazy. Man, that's good. Are you American? No. No. But here's what I want to say to here's the rest of the world. We want to tell you Americans, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. No. It's not you. Okay? It's him. And you just gotta stay strong, okay? And you'll be great again. It's gonna. My name is Gísli, and thank you so much. Have a great night.
One more time for Gísli Johann. Let's hear it. Holy shit. You guys having a good time or what? Great. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break, get some drinks, go to the bathroom, smoke outside, but stick around. We've got 3 really great comedians after this. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Thanks.
Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. It stopped raining. Everybody's in the play. And don't you know it's a beautiful new day? Hey, running down the avenue. See how the sun shines brightly in the city. On the streets where once was pretty, Mr. Blue Sky is living here today. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey, you with the pretty face, welcome to the human race. A celebration, Mr. Blue Sky's up there waiting, and today is the day we've waited for. Oh, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue, it's a place to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Hey there, Mr. Blue, it's a place to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Don't wanna know your name, 'cause you don't look the same. I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long, like a worn-out recording of a favorite song. So while she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed, and in the personal columns there was this letter I read. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape, then I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me and escape. About my lady, I know that sounds kinda mean, but me and my old lady have fallen into the same old routine. So I wrote to the paper, took out a personal ad, and though I'm nobody's poet, I thought it wasn't half bad. Yes, I like pina coladas. Red tape at a bar called O'Malley's, where we'll plan our escape. So I waited with high hopes, and she walked in the place. I knew a smile in an instant. I knew the curve of her face.
All right, everyone, welcome back from the break. Are we ready for more comedy? Oh, come on, it's Shitty Saturday. Are we ready? Then let's get wasted and welcome back our host, Aaron Zarabi.
Wow, look at this crowd. You guys still out there? Fuck, you guys stuck around. I like this. We got a new person. You're also new. What happened to the other girl? Good for you. Oh, hey. You guys from Philadelphia? Pennsylvania? America? Don't want to talk. I got you. You want to squat next to this guy? He saved a spot for someone in a wheelchair. Who's she? Are you really? When's the divorce happening? What the fuck? You couldn't even offer your own seat? What a disaster. Didn't buy you a drink either? Got any single men in the house? This villain from Spider-Man might be down. He's good with electricity. Joke only makes sense if you're here for the first half, so apologize for the latecomers. It's your own fault. Well, look at this room. Beautiful. Very diverse crowd. I like this. A lot of different shades of white. Beautiful. And this guy represent. I like that. You took a white vacation. You got white money. Good shit. I like that. It's all right. I'm Persian, which is just something people from Iran say to confuse dumb white people. Oh, you're from Persia? Oh, my God. Honey, get out of here. It's all right. He's from Persia. Shit. We thought you were from Iran. Oh, my God. Persia. Persian rugs, Persian cats. Prince Ali Ababa. I got you, brother. Shit. I know about your culture. So I grew up in America in an immigrant family, which means I can speak 2 languages. Which, like, the only use for that in America so you can talk shit to people right to their face without them realizing it, right? Which my mom loves to do, but she'll mix up the sentence so people still know what the fuck she's talking about. Like, one time we're on the train and these smelly people sat next to her. She's like, "Tu snada mina mianin cheesy migan dirty Mexicans." It's the most important part of this sentence, Mom. We're gonna die tonight. It's ridiculous. Anybody here ever been caught masturbating? All right, room full of liars. Or you're all asexual. Either way, I'm not down. I've been caught masturbating by 3 people. Not at the same time. That would just be me walking into a room jerking off. But I was caught masturbating by 3 people on 3 separate occasions. Were you one of them, ma'am? Fuck. What a reaction. I think that woman just came. Oh! I love public humiliation. Fucking hell. This guy looks like he just finished jerking off. Good. Good for you. That's a guilty face right there. That was a huge smile. Fuck. Good for you, sir. Yeah. Yeah, I've been caught by 3 people. I've also been caught by my dog, but for some reason we don't count that. Right? I think because dogs don't have eyebrows, we just let them watch. Right? They can't look shocked, so we can't feel ashamed, right? Like, you can jerk off while staring right into a fish's eyes and you wouldn't feel a thing. I think that's how like people figure out if they're vegetarian or pescatarian. Right? They're like, "Can I masturbate while looking at this animal?" Yeah. Guess I can eat it. So I guess Asians can masturbate while staring into a dog's eyes. That's too much for you guys? Come on. You guys aren't with me? That's fine. Did someone just scream more? The fuck? I wouldn't call that joke a crowd splitter. Just one guy was way too down for that. I loved it! More dog shit. You ever eat dog? Now you're quiet. Got you. It's fucked up. When are you going to get your wife a drink? Let's go. There's no line at the bar. Let's go. Come on. Come on. I got this guy to take his jacket off. No questions asked. Get your wife a drink. This guy's like, just give her mine. He'll leave you alone. No, that would make it worse. But good try. You're a good friend. Where are you guys from? What did you just say? So sorry I asked. You just make up an island? You from an island? You're from 10 islands. You don't look that big. So don't put yourself down like that. I'm from 10 countries. Gained a lot of weight. Where is that place? I'm American, right? So, all right, so far. You just mentioned that? You just had this conversation. All right. That's because there's the only black guy in the room, so people got questions. You came to a white country. People are going to ask questions. You better get ready for it for as long as you're here. People are going to look. They're going to ask. Just say Africa. They'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. Got you. Forget that island bullshit. Going to have a lot more questions when you say that. 10 islands, you say? Well, I've got 10 more questions for you. Let's go. Are you the only black there as well? No. It's good. Is it a nice place? What do you do there? Builder? You're building another island? Yeah, that makes sense. Right. We're going for the 11th island. That's good. Yeah, I'm an immigrant here. People look at me, too. I get dirty looks. I live in a small town. I moved from New York City to a town called Kveregerde. So, people here laughing at my life. That feels good. Thank you, you Icelandic motherfuckers. If you're not from here, I'll explain to you. I moved from New York City, the city that never sleeps, to a town that most likely fucks sheep. So I work hard for my wool. That's really what I'm getting at. I work hard for my wool, okay? This shit doesn't come easy around these parts. It's not even a fun place on the way somewhere. Like, you get to Kveregerde and you're like, another roundabout? Really? I'm American. I don't know how to drive stick. It's very confusing. I've destroyed 3 cars since I've been here. Just what is this squiggly line? And what is diesel fuel? The only diesel I know is Vin. So this is very confusing for me. I'm not going very fast, but it's quite furious right now. That's the last pun of my life. So enjoy that. I'm also Jewish, so it's like double not easy for me. Are you laughing at that? The fuck? German? I'm like, I'm Jewish. She's like, Scheiße! Judenswein! Yeah. I was born this way, all right? The Jewish population of Iceland is like 0.02%. Is that even a whole Jew? We just collecting foreskin like one day. We will have a whole Jew. Just need more for the nose. We're so close. It's like a snowman of baby dick skin. Just. You guys are lucky. I usually start my show with that one. Well, that's because I started my life that way, so it only makes sense. Welcome to the world. You guys came at the wrong time. Yeah. Not a very Jewish country, Iceland. Shh. We're talking about serious shit now. Circumcisions. Get quiet. Yeah, it's not a very Jewish country, Iceland. The only Jewish thing about Iceland is that if you buy something with cash, you just get a handful of coins in return. Like, why is there a 1 kroner coin? Why do we need that? It's like 1,000th of a euro. What are we doing with a kroner? Like, they only used to have that is so you could jingle change in your hand when you make a cheap Jewish decision. Just like, I'll just take a water, thanks. That's my kroner, baby. I like to say that I'm the only Jew in Iceland. That's kind of my thing. I was doing that at a show recently, and this girl came up to me afterwards. She's like, hey, it's all right. You're not alone. I'm Jewish. You should join the email list. You should join the Jewish email list. Let me get this right. There's a list with every Jew in the country. Yeah, not falling for that one, Hannah. If that is even your real name. Not going on any list unless your name's Schindler, all right? Relax. Get out of here. Goodbye, Hannah. I do like living in Iceland, though. I enjoy it. I like the pools in Iceland. That's like my favorite thing, the pools. Mostly because I hate the pools in America. Fucking disgusting. The grossest public pools in the world. Any body of water in America is just filth. Like, let's put it this way. The last time I went to a public pool in America was the last time I went to a public pool in America, okay? Like, Iceland has it right. In Iceland, you shower before the pool. You're like, got to keep the pool clean. In America, you shower after the pool. Got to keep myself clean. Is that a Band-Aid? Oh, my God. I got foot fungus. It's ridiculous. My favorite thing about the pools here are the changing rooms. Because you can, like, really tell where people are from in the world by how they act in public changing rooms, right? You can always tell, like Americans, we wrap ourselves in towels. We pull our underwear off underneath, you know? Because we're from a society and we're ashamed of our fat bodies. Europeans are a little bit more comfortable, like a little too comfortable, like drying their balls, having a conversation about their friend's mom. Like, how is she? Really? That's good. The cancer's all cleared up? Good. Europeans are so comfortable in changing rooms. They're like doing shit all backwards, like getting dressed, putting their socks on first. Like, we got to get ice cream after this, man. Woo! You got to invite your mom. Seriously. Miss her. Can you pass me that? Thank you. Asians just shower in their jeans. We don't even show this in a porn, okay? Eyes up here. Pixelation only. You guys ready to get this second half started or what? Yeah, let's hear it for your first comic. Give it up for Þórhallur Þórhallsson.
They were like, did he say a name? Is that a name? So, yeah, Þórhallur Þórhallsson. That's my name. What? What? So, where are you guys from? I'll be the third comic in a row. We're so self-absorbed. We were like, we just listen to our own set. And then it was like, yeah, somebody else is doing a set. I'm not listening to what he's doing, so I'll do the same. Where are you from? An island? What? Where's that island? Africa? What? Okay. So, how many Icelanders are here tonight? Get the fuck out. No. Okay, if you just raise your hand, I can't see shit because the lights are in my eyes. So, okay, Icelandic people, could you say just... Okay, 21 people. Okay. How many non-Icelanders are here tonight? Just say. That was not the sound I made. The bathroom is over there. We're not cleaning your shit up, you know. That was about 48 people, okay, something like that, and one shit. So, because I do have a really Icelandic name, Þórhallur. Þórhallur. It's really, you know, yeah. I don't know why I did that, but so do non-Icelanders, do you want to try and say my name? Just one guy, yeah. I want to say your name tonight. This is your wife or girlfriend? Girlfriend. Then we can do it. Then we, yeah. If you're in Iceland, if you're not married, yeah. That's actually the sound I make. You know. I put both my penis and my just one ball. You know. Pretty fast, though. You know. I don't know. I don't do that, but I'm talking about having sex with your boyfriend. Yeah. I see it's like, that doesn't take long, so just go ahead. I can spare him 5 minutes, no problem, you know. No, he has a few drinks, so it might be 7 hours. Okay, yeah. I don't know, it usually works. When are you born? What year? 92. 92. No, I'm 83. I was born in 83. So, yeah, okay, you're not Nintendo generation. Ish. Yeah, okay, yeah. So you don't remember blowing on everything to make it work. You know, you're like, oh, the game doesn't work. And then it works, you know. It doesn't work. Blow. Blow on it. A lot of dust, but it's not working. You know. Yeah. I'm so glad you were sitting here. There was nothing of this was planned. I was talking about my name. So, non-Icelanders, do you want to try to say my name? And you were really excited. Okay. No, wait. You forgot what my name is. So, I'll say it and then you'll say it. Okay. Þórhallur. I'll wait till everybody else has said it and then I'll say it. You kind of sound like you've been drinking a lot. Þórhallur. 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 Kind of sound like my mom during Christmas. No, she's like, Þórhallur. 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 I was like, yeah, Þórhallur. Who named you that? I was like, you, Mom. I must have been really drunk. Oh, I know. I like it. Just tell me once you love me. He's like, oh, I don't. Yeah, get the fuck out. No, my mom doesn't even drink. So I'm just lying. I lie a lot about my mom. Because she has anxiety. I have anxiety. It's yeah. And she was like, I can't go to a show. I can't see you. Like, I get too nervous. And so I was like, then I'm just gonna make fun of you. You know, I'm gonna lie about you. And I've been doing that for years. You know. And and the other day she asked me, like, are you still making fun of me on stage? I was like, yeah. And she was like, you've been doing this for years. I feel like you owe me money. I'm like, well, come and collect, bitch. I'm not afraid of you, you know. She's really short. I was about 9 years old when I was the same height as my mom. I was like, that's when I stopped listening to her. She was like, you can't go out. I was like, boo, boo, boo. You know. And she was like, Þórhallur. No. Yeah, but you know, it's difficult. I've been doing this for almost 15 years, and but just in English for about maybe 2 or 3 years, and you know, coming up with new material. Sometimes it's hard, you know. You want to be fresh, you want to you know, do some new jokes, but you always have these jokes that work. So you're like, I don't want to, I'm just gonna say this is safe, but so sometimes when you want to do some new jokes, a lot of comics, they actually steal jokes from other comics. Like they go on YouTube and they're like, yeah, Ukrainian comedian or something. That's a country, right? And they're like, yeah, nobody has heard these jokes, and they were like, yeah, let's steal it. But I could never do it. I could never steal another comic's joke or their material, their set, their identity, because everybody would hate me. Everybody would hate me so much, and my life has been difficult enough, growing up as a black woman in America. The struggle is real, and so I would never do that. I would never do that, and because I don't want people to hate me. I mean, I have anxiety, and I actually was born in a panic attack. No, it's real. I was just screaming and crying. I was like, ah, I don't, because when I was, inside my mom. Yeah, before I was born, not like. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what you mean. Was it the fart guy who did yeah, okay, probably. And when I was inside my mom, those 9 months were the best months of my life. I felt safe. And then she was like, yeah, get the fuck out. And I was like, I don't want to be born. And, she was like, get the fuck out. I was like, no. And she had like claw marks from the inside, So, I mean, I've been trying to go back there since. Not in a sexual way. It's just a safe space. I want to go there. I want to feel safe. And she's like, oh, you're 35 years old. Stop trying to go into my vagina. And I'm like, Mom, do you know how high rent is in Iceland? Yeah. And she's like, yeah, get the fucking... And like I told you, she's really short, so I do all the walking. No, she's sick of that. She was like, is it too late to get like an abortion for a 35-year-old? We went to the clinic. They were like, yeah, probably. And, she had a coat hanger, like, okay. She had it, not me. Again, I'm lying. I'm lying about my mom. She's not here. But being anxious, I always wanted to fit in. I wanted to be cool. I know it's hard to believe, but I wasn't cool when I was younger. Not like I'm now. That's what you do, right? If you're cool. And so I remember I was like 10 years old. I was with my mom, my dad. And another family. We were in Spain. Icelanders always go to Spain. It was actually the sun there. So we go to Spain. And I remember it was me. One night it was just me, my dad, and his friend. And we're just walking downtown Spain. Nice place, And I was 10. They were like 50 years old. And I stopped them. And I was like, guys. You know what I want to do? They were like, what? I was like, I want to get my ear pierced. And they were like, us too. We always wanted it, and we were like, we're so loco, tres amigos. And we did not say that, but, but we like found like a piercing thing shop, a tattoo something. And we got our ear pierced, and I was looking so forward to coming back home, 10 years old, at least the first boy to get my ear pierced, so I came home and I was like, I'm gonna be so cool. Everybody's like, oh, he's a rebel, and I was like, and I'm like, what? And like, see something different? And they're like, who are you? I'm like, Thor Hadlund. Like, oh yeah, no, it's not cool. They were like, okay, but why did you get it on that side, on the right side? I was like, what do you mean? Oh, that's the gay ear. The right ear is the gay ear. I'm like, they own an ear? And like, who decided which ear was the gay ear? They're like, yeah, they're like International Conference of Gay People. They were like, first matter on the agenda, we need to decide which ear is the gay ear. Everybody's like, the right one, clearly, But and they were like, that's how they mark themselves. That's how they know each other. I'm like, there are other ways. But imagine if that was true. Imagine what the people at the shop was thinking, the piercing shop, when two 50-year-old men bring in a 10-year-old. Can we help you? Yes. We're going to mark this boy. He's going to be one of us. But I don't want to be sexualized, Dad. Too late. My name is Thoraldur. Hope you can enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you so much. Give it up for Aaron.
One more time for Thoraldur. Let's hear it. Yes. I love that he called me out for asking you guys the same question, and then he's like, you guys married? You motherfucker. This next comedian is one of a kind. You guys are going to love this. Let's hear it for Graper.
Why is the hooker masturbating on her birthday? Some people buy birthday presents for themselves. I was driving with my friends. The cop stops me and says, do you know how fast you're going? And I go, 120, but they have cocaine? I'd rather face my stepmom than step on my mom's face. I'd rather break my fingers while dancing than finger a breakdancer. I'd rather suck my dad's dick on Father's Day than Tuesday. Yeah. They say that the average erect gorilla penis is approximately 4 centimeters. I thought maybe we should give starving children food before we measure gorilla dicks. If Fred Flintstone, joke number 5. If Fred Flintstone was a Nazi, he would say, Yabba stabba Jew! Oh, you like Nazi joke? Awesome, awesome. I have 2 more, yay. Welcome to the Nazi train. Hitler, 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 choo choo. Yeah, I'm so racist, I wish Hitler was black. Hey, Aaron, wouldn't it be... He's shaking his head. Don't go there. Don't go improvise on me, bro. Wouldn't it be funny? Oh, shit, the bouncer shit. Ah, joke, 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 joke. Joke, 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 joke. Yeah, hey, Aaron. Hey, wouldn't it be funny if I would think this was the States? Okay. Sorry. I wouldn't know you guys were here. I would just be like, hey, guys. Sorry, that was the last improvisation I will do tonight and in my life. So I told this girl, I have a huge penis. And she said, I don't like big dicks. And I said, do you like liars? I went to this bar, like this. And this Spanish couple sat down next to me. And they start to argue and argue and argue. And they argue for 20 minutes. He's screaming, she's crying. And then I interrupt the guy in the middle of a sentence and I say, Puedo hablar un poco más lento para mí, no entiendo todos. That means loosely. Can you guys speak a bit slower? I'm not getting all of this. Hey, have you guys visited the penis museum? Yeah, have you? Yeah, apparently there's a real human penis in there. But it's really hard to get a look at it because it's attached to one of the staff members. What do we want? Confusion! When do we want it? What? And I couldn't masturbate at work until I got a job. Yeah, so, yeah. It's not that funny. Yeah, so I've been working in a daycare center for 6 and 7-year-olds. And that's not, yeah. This mom comes to pick up her. Can you stop laughing? There's a timer on me. No. So I've been working in this daycare center for 6 and 7-year-olds. And this mom comes to pick up her child. I tell the mom, I couldn't stand your kid in the beginning, but now he's my favorite. And the mom says, same here. Yeah, I took the kids to a swimming pool, and I grab this kid and I throw him in the air. And all the kids see it and they go, me. You. No, and I go, fuck it, form a line. So I start the form a line and I grab the kids and start throwing them in the air. Gain more and more confidence with each kid. Now they're flying babies everywhere. And I grab this kid, I throw him in the air. He falls in the water. He comes out of the water and he goes, again. He almost died. But he had never gotten adrenaline in his body before. And he just wanted more of it. And I tell him, okay, I'll throw you again, but you gotta grab the nose. And he grabs mine. Yeah, well, this one kid said, Greiber, my name is Greiber. He goes, Greiber, have you ever licked a pussy? You know, I'm a comedian. I know how to deal with hecklers. So I just said, what more did your mother tell you? Here's a, yeah. It was this, you remember my favorite kid from the first story? One time his mom picked him up and she goes, oh, my honey boo-boo, whatever. And the guy, little kid, grabs her and he just gives me one of these. And I look around, nobody there, so I just... The mom puts the kid down and he goes, ooh! And his mom goes, ooh! And the kid goes, he started it! And his mom, ooh! Again, and drags the kid out. And the kid looks at me on the way out and goes, as if to say, she'll be fine. Yeah, I usually don't tell that story, and now we all know why. Cheers, guys. Only got like 5 more stories left. You can just finish your beers and we'll have fun. Yeah, I'll get you up again. Yeah. Okay, so one time there was this girl hides under the sofa. That's not funny. And a boy asks her, are you playing hide and seek? She goes, yes. And the boy goes, can I play with you? She goes, yes. And the boy runs into the corner of the room, panicking, and just does this in the corner of the room with both legs. You know, I can't do it. And the girl says,
this is the worst hiding place I've ever seen.
And the boy says, no one knows I'm playing. You know, there's this Russian kid that he can only say 2 sentences. It's, do you want to play with a ball? And why not? So one time we took the kids to a library. I don't know why, because libraries are supposed to be silent like you. And the kids are not. And also they can't read. You know. So we played a game with them, the telephone game, Chinese Whispers. You know that game? Yeah, you know it. Yeah, okay. Everyone sits in a circle, and you're supposed to whisper the word. And if the word gets whispered through the entire circle, it's apparently fun, and everyone wins. You don't get it? It's like I think of a word like a car, and I go, car, and he goes, car, and you go, car. And we do it for 7 minutes, and then she'll go, it's bananas! Okay, I can't explain it anymore. You know, anyway, I'm there with my boss, 10 kids on each side, and we're playing this game to keep them calm. And a 6-year-old boy whispers in my ear,
Do you want to play with my balls?
And I'm thinking probably a Russian kid fucked off the game. But I don't want to fuck off the game, so I just look at my boss while I whisper into the ears of a 6-year-old girl.
Do you want to play with my balls?
And I still have my job. But I have one more story for you guys, thank you. One time I was outside playing with the kids, and they start to climb me because I'm tall or something. You know, so I just grab their hands, and I start to spin them around. You know that game? Even you know that game, mister. It's called you grab the heads of a kid and you spin. Oh, you must have a boring childhood, Jesus. Anyway, I was playing that, and all the kid goes, me. And I start to spin all the kids, and some of the kids in the line to my spinning thing went to the other staff members. So now there were 2 human helicopters. And I got bored with it, so I put the kid down and grabbed his legs. And I start to spin him. And then the other kids see it, so now the other staff member is spinning these legs, you know. And we're going really fast, and their heads, we're a bit too close to each other, you know. And their heads are about to collide. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm about to kill a baby. And their heads go like this. And me and the other staff member look at each other, put the kids down and walk our separate way. And then the guy from the swimming pool walks up to me and goes, "Do me." Yeah, that was the final punchline, sorry. That was my 10 minutes. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Yeah.
One more time for Graper. Let's hear it. I told you he's one of a kind. You didn't believe me. I love Graper. Sometimes people come up to me after the show and they're like, is he like that in real life? And then I tell them this story. One time he came up to me after a show and he's like, hey, Aaron, what is that riddle with all the letters? I was like, are you talking about the alphabet? And he's like, yes, the alphabet. Thank you. You guys ready for our last comedian? You guys ready for the headliner? Let's hear it. This guy had like 30 sold-out shows at Edinburgh Fringe. He just got back from Belfast. He's amazing. And sometimes, for some reason, I always forget his name. This happens to me every time. I drink too much whiskey. Let's hear it from the back. Helgi Steinar!
I can't tell if he's fucking serious when he does it. We've known each other for like 2 years. It's like, I can't remember his name. And I also can't pronounce Edinburgh. Awesome. All right, how you guys doing tonight? You having fun? Saturday night at the Secret Cellar, baby. Awesome. Oh, keep it going for Aaron Zarabi. He's been kicking ass also tonight, hasn't he? Awesome. This is a great crowd. Let's get a read on the room here. We got Icelanders here. Woo! All right. We got Americans as well. All right. The ones who admitted. Good. Brits. We got Brits in here. Hey, look at all you guys, huh? Getting your European travels done before March. Good on you. Yeah. TikTok, motherfuckers, it's going down. Awesome, this is great. Yeah, you can obviously see we have a bit of a disproportionate amount of Icelanders versus foreigners here. So there is a very, very legitimate reason we do this in English. Like I don't know if you tourists have heard Icelandic being spoken. Íslenska er mjög hart erfitt tungumál margir. Like that is not a language made for comedy. Or love making or anything pleasant. Like that is no, it's great. It's great to the thing is like obviously tourism is a bit of a controversial issue in Iceland. I'll just give you some of the numbers. I think there's about 340,000 Icelanders, and for last year we took in 3 million tourists for the whole year. So, just in case you guys are wondering why your Airbnb costs more than your car, that's why. Supply and demand, maybe. That's But I mean, the thing is, because the people, the comedians, like we all love tourists. I mean, because first of all, you're the ones who show up to the shows, and this is how most comedians in Iceland. This is how we get our career started. You know, just basically coming on stage, performing stand-up comedy for free for mostly pissed off, angry, drunk tourists who are only here because they all had their Northern Lights tours canceled. And oh, we know that's the reason too, because there's always like one American in the back who's like, I don't understand. Why don't they just turn them on? Also, if I'm staying at Grand Hotel, where can I go see the volcano? I want to throw a penny in it, make a wish. Or like throw yourself in it, make us a wish. No, I love tourists, man. I do love tourists, but, you know, there's a lot of my friends and family who have an issue with tourists, though. Like my grandma, for example, I mean, she's 86, so she has a lot of issues with a lot of things. But, she's a very, very sweet old lady, but, get, 5 glasses of red wine in her. She just goes on a rant. She's like, I don't even recognize my own country anymore. I cannot even walk down Laugavegur without hearing somebody speaking outlandish. That's not a word, Grandma. Also, good thing you mentioned that, because I used to live in Edinburgh, Scotland, and thanks to WoW Air and their 5,000 kroner return plane tickets, I couldn't walk down Princess Street without hearing, oh, goodness! Are you seeing how cheap everything is here? Sika, have you been to H&M? I bought 15 shirts. Okay, 2 o'clock, dettu mig það. That's my favorite Icelandic euphemism ever. If you tourists are going to learn any Icelandic while you're here, it's that. The euphemism in Iceland for getting drunk is dettum í það. Fall into it. You can really tell how a country handles alcohol by its language, right? You know, Americans like, yeah, man, let's get shit-faced. You know, British people are like, yeah, mate, let's get fucking wankered. What about you, Iceland? What do you do? Oh, we just fall down. No, just wasting no time there, you know. Oh, no, it's nice. I do talk about my grandma a lot on stage. I mean, she's a very, very sweet old woman. The thing is, it's good that we have a lot of Brits in here, because I actually do have connections with the UK a bit. My ex-girlfriend, she was British. I mean, she probably still is. Not sure her nationality works, but I remember, I brought her home to Iceland, a few years ago for Christmas, and it was really cool, because the thing is, my grandma, she actually grew up in England. She lived there for a few years when she was in her teens, and I remember, it was so cute, because they were talking, during Christmas over, the fire and everything, and she's like, oh, yes, you are from Leicester. Ah, yes. I used to live in England. And I'm like, oh, this is so cute. They're talking. But the thing is, my grandma, she has the thickest Icelandic accent I've ever heard anybody use. So she was trying to explain how foggy it used to get in her village. It's like, yes, I lived in this one village in England. It was so beautiful, but so much fuck. You know, you'd look out, you wake up in the morning, you look out the window, it's just fuck everywhere. You go to sleep, it's still fuck. Too much fuck in England. She's sorry, babes, does she mean fog? Me and my dad are just dying laughing. We're like, no, she just really had fun in England. That's awesome, man. This is great, man. We talking about marriage a lot tonight. We have married people in here tonight? Yeah! See, I love asking that question, because you can always tell how happily married people are by how quickly they answer that. You know, it's like those people who yelled it there. They're probably, what, 2 years, 3 years? How long you been married? Yeah, exactly. See, this is how happy the people are. Because, like, people who are just married, like, the thing is, because I'm turning 30 this year, so a lot of my friends are getting married. And I started thinking about marriage a lot more. And, dude, marriage has got to be one of the weirdest things we still do as a species. And we don't even fucking question it. I mean, what are you essentially saying with a wedding other than, baby, I love you so much. Not only am I going to spend 3 months' salary on a shiny rock, 4 kids in Africa probably died retrieving, I'm also going to get a pedophile in a dress who talks to imaginary space people to cue us in on our makeout sesh. Oh my God. And is my dad going to walk me down the aisle and pass me off to you like a rolled up joint? Sweetie, we're decorating a 4-foot-tall cake with tiny voodoo dolls. You can do whatever the hell you want. I'm glad you guys like that joke. This is like one of my few jokes that actually splits the crowd, because I've had, like, after shows, people have come to me like, yes, but Helge, you didn't mention that marriage is a sacred tradition that dates back thousands and thousands. Yeah, when most people died at 30. Like, that is one thing you can say about the Crusades. They definitely didn't leave a whole lot of room for commitment issues. It's like, till death do us part. When's that? Next Thursday. All right. This is nice. It's nice. Do we have so yeah, like Aaron just said, I just got back from Belfast. It was great. I was doing a few shows there. I made the mistake. I stayed at a hostel, which I promised myself I would never do again. After I was doing the Edinburgh Fringe Festival last year, and I stayed 2 weeks at a hostel. Do we have any Germans in here? Yeah. Look, no one want to admit it. Like, look, they're nice people and all, but. Do they, when they're on holiday, do they ever take a day off and just sleep in? No, they don't. That is why there is never an available sun lounge chair by the swimming pool, and that is why hostels do not offer wake-up service, because they know in any 16-bed mixed dormitory, they can always count on 2 Germans who at 7 a.m. will start kicking off. Dieter! Dieter, willst du etwas essen? Johann, Dieter! Dieter, ja, wir haben 2 Möglichkeiten für heute, ja. We can go see the königliche Royal Yacht Britannia, ja. Und the Edinburgh Castle. Ach so, genau. Sie haben buy the tickets online. I'm like, Jesus Christ, just jolt out of bed. Like, what the fuck, man? Is this how Poland felt? Just waking up to a bunch of screaming Germans all around me. And then, of course, they look at you like you're weird. Like, was? Are you still schlafing? It is 7 a.m., bitteschön. You are wasting sunshine. This is valuable time we could be spending outside making the photograph or obtaining a discount for something or talking scheiße about your country's beer. Move over. I have to use your plug. Lovely people, man. Oh, Skull, guys, you having fun? Oh, it's great. We're all drinking. I've actually tried to cut a little bit back on my drinking, because I found out something about myself last year. So, you know, like how a lot of people, like, they'll, like, drunk dial, drunk text. Some people drunk Amazon. That's my favorite. You just black out, go on Amazon, and, like, 2 days later, UPS is dry docking an aircraft carrier in your backyard. You're like, shit. What I do is I drunk book shows. And not like in like Akkurat or something. I just get drunk at the show, go home, put on like Vice documentaries. I'm like, dude, look at that. In Uzbekistan, they like kidnap people at gunpoint and force them to marry ISIS people. I wonder if they have a comedy club. So I just start emailing places around the world, and I don't realize I've done it until 2 days later. This is actually a fucking real email I got sent a few weeks ago, and I can show you this after the show if you want. Thank you for contacting us. We have reviewed your videos and would be happy to host you in our land. What kind of fucking Borat country did I message this time? Please send us an email with some pictures and preferred dates, and we will transfer you details regarding visas and security. All the best, Comedy Club Palestine. Now, when your alcoholism is getting you closer to getting killed by an Israeli F-16 than liver failure, it's time to fucking use apple juice. But I'm not making any of this shit up. I just got back from Ukraine 3 weeks ago, where I headlined a show in Kiev I don't even remember booking. I just showed up. I booked the plane ticket and the thing the same night, and I showed up there like, hey, so you guys are under martial law right now? Is there something I shouldn't talk about? He's like, maybe do not talk about the East versus West issue. Like, okay, can I make fun of Russia? Yes, please. We like this. Like, all right. Well, what you know? I mean, you said it's divided, right? What if I make fun of Russia and there's like somebody in the crowd who likes Russia? Are they gonna like beat me up after the show? Yeah, maybe. No, they're scary people, man. They are. Like it doesn't even matter how much of a badass you think you are. Like, you got a lot of Brits in here, so take like the most hardcore English football hooligan. Like, you guys remember how they behaved in France a few years ago? You know, they showed up, they're like, yeah, fuck yeah, just fucking flipping tables over, beating the shit out of everybody. As soon as they got to Moscow, it's like, yeah, you're right, mate. Hey, yeah, is it Nastarovia? Is how you pronounce it? Yeah, sounds a bit like nice driveway. Oh fuck, sorry, no, that's fucking scary, man. I'm having so much fun here, man. Because this is the thing, like I love when we get good crowds, because you can't always expect a good crowd. Like when you show up to these shows, so let's see, we got how many people from England here? All right. So last time I was touring around England, I did a few cities. I was warming up for a Canadian comedian called Tom Stade. So we did Bath, Bristol, and Northampton. Now Bristol is pretty cool. It's like a nice little uni town, right? You know, I did not know what posh meant until I went to Bath and Northampton. And even as I'm saying this right now, I was doing this bit at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival last year, and there was a woman in the front row who went, actually, it's pronounced Bath. It's like, no, it's pronounced fuck off. And it was like the biggest venue I've ever done in the UK, the Rondo. Do we have anybody from any of those places? Yeah. Whoa, where are you guys from? Exeter. Okay, that's in the general area there. So you've been to Bath, right? Bath, yeah. So yeah, Bath, of course, Bath, yeah. No, so we did the Rondo Theater in Bath, and it was the biggest venue I've ever done, like in the UK. It's like 200-seater, and I get on stage, I'm so excited. I'm like, all right, Bath, how you guys doing tonight? Yeah, you're right, mate. Like, all right, that's my time. Thank you very much. And I just died on my ass for like 20 minutes, and it was the weirdest show ever. So afterwards, we go to the bar, and I'm talking to this woman who was at the show, and I was like, hey, listen, it seemed kind of dead when I was on stage in there. She was like, oh, no, the thing is, you're really good. It's just the problem is you have an American accent. Because, you know, that's what Brits always do when they're giving you a backhanded. They do that upward inflection thing with their head. It's like, no, you're just quite shit, you know. I was like, what's wrong with the accent? He was like, no, it's just a lot of Brits get quite turned off by the American accent. Right, because Scouse, Geordie, and Danny Dyer all sound like fucking Greek siren songs. She was saying, like, no, it's because a lot of Brits, apparently, they associate the American accent with, like, loud, obnoxious American tourists. Right, I mean, that's, I'll be honest. Like, I grew up in America for 13 years, so I understand exactly what she's saying. Americans in here, right, can be a little bit loud and obnoxious when we travel, right? No, not at all. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, Brits, would you guys, you know, would all the British people in here agree with that Americans can be a bit loud and obnoxious when they travel? Yeah. Here's my second question. Have you guys ever been to a place called Benidorm? I fucking love that a lot of you are ahead of me on this, because I guarantee you, any Brit who thinks Americans are the ones who are loud and obnoxious when they travel has never witnessed a stag do on board Ryanair before. Dude, I have been on domestic flights in the UK, Manchester to Southampton. It is a short twin-prop Flybe jet. That did not stop. 15 lads on a stag do marching up and down the aisle, fucking pantsless like a New Orleans-style jazz band. Da, 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 da. Last, punch, punch, punch. We're not even at cruising altitude yet. But yeah, you know, Americans all sound nasally, so fuck them. But here's the thing, I don't think it's that Americans are, you know, loud and obnoxious. I think it's that the ones who do travel, they sort of understand that over the last few decades, their country has had some, let's call them PR problems. So they always have to show that they're good Americans by being overly enthusiastic about everything. And I see this as a tour guide. You know, I bring them to, like, the Golden Circle. They get off the bus like, oh, my God! So this is like the Thingavaida Lear Park. Oh, cool. Oh, my God! A sheep Nido! Oh, my word. Hey, John! Look! They have beer here. I know! Just like back in Wisconsin. What? Does it taste like Miller Lite? Hold on. No, it's good. It doesn't taste like pee at all. Yeah, but I mean, one of the things I've noticed around all these, travels that I've done in the world is that, like, after I get off stage, it's a lot of fun. I talk to all these people, in different countries, and we always have a good time. Even tonight, after the show, we're all gonna, meet up and exchange Facebook information and then never contact each other again. But that's part of it, and we always have, it's like, regardless of nationality, we all have such a great time. And I started thinking to myself, it's such a contrast to what you see in the news. Like, you read the paper, and, it's always like, I just got back from Belfast in Northern Ireland. Like, they are fucking worried that sectarian violence might come again after Brexit. I mean, there's like, there is a real threat around the world about, it's like military actions and, wars and all these things. And I started thinking to myself, like, how is it that we as a society can always get along, regardless of nationality, but world leaders can't? And I started thinking to myself, I think it's probably this. I think it's just that we're getting shit-faced, right? So I started thinking to myself, how about we just, for 1 year, we just go ahead and give this a go, right? How about we just go ahead and get the UN drunk, right? Imagine this, right? You have, like, Britain, Russia, France, China, like, put them all in one room, just have them knocking back pints. I mean, I haven't worked out all the details yet. I'm sure Russia gets a little too belligerent after their 9th shot of vodka. Starts slagging off America, like, listen, America. In the Russia, we're tired of hearing about these allegations of hacking your election. We do not even know how democracy works. Well, that's just because you're not freedom, This is not adjective, comrade. Look, America is just trying really hard right now to defeat ISIS and do the economy and just make America great again. And you're just making it really hard. I mean, nobody even wants to emigrate to America anymore. Yeah, right. See, that's the problem, is. So these immigrants coming over here, right? Speaking Muslim, right? See, that's why right now we're working with the DUP in Northern Ireland, trying to stop these migrants from coming here, eating our steak pies and drinking our flat as fuck beers. That's what we believe. Ain't that right, Northern Ireland? We don't even believe in abortions. And while we're on the subject, we're not too keen on that whole evolution thing either. Think it might be a plot by the Catholic Church to convert monkeys. Right, both of yous can get the fuck right. All you're doing is instigating more violence. Scotland didn't need any more religious violence. We already have Glasgow. You know what? You guys are all just fake news. I'm so tired of fake news. I don't even know what to do with it anymore. Oh, sure, man. 我告诉你啊，在我们中国, sorry, in the China, we just take a fake news and just shoot them. Really? That sounds like a waste of bullet. In Russia, we just poison them like crazy housewife. China, you not use the poison? Only to make toys. Yeah, we heard about your poisoning Russia. You better stop it or we're going to kick your ass. Yes, please, invade Russia. That plan has never failed. No, we're going to get our friends with us, right, France? Oh, mon Dieu, qu'est-ce que tu fais? Have you not read Napoleon? Écoutez-moi, c'est pas possible. Also, Le France does not fight the wars. We just go to the cafe to have sex, no? All right, fine, be that way. Germany, what about you? Yeah, the thing about that is, we're still paying for the last time we tried that, so, Dankeschön, aber we're just gonna go back to making the techno music. 방영섬삼 김정은산 번수요. Yeah, well, I think someone needs to call North Korea a taxi. Yeah, North Korea is such a goddamn lightweight. Hey, is anybody driving? Colombia, you said you had a car, right? Todos ustedes son hijos de putas, puta gringos, putas Naciones Unidas. Todos hablan de no hacen nada aquí. En Colombia damos dos opciones, plata o plomo. Yeah, right, he's fucked as well, mate. Listen, I think it just may be time to head back to the hotel. What? Go home? But it is only 4 a.m. in Iceland. Nobody goes home until 8 a.m. Jesus Christ, Iceland, why do you drink so much? Very simple. In Iceland, when you're drunk, you don't realize it's your cousin. Secret Seller, you guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for coming out, and enjoy the rest of your stay in Iceland. We love you. Thank you.
One more time for what's his name? Helgi Steinar. Let's hear it. And let's hear it for all the comics tonight. You guys have a good time or what? Yeah, amazing. This has been a free show. Actually, all the shows at the first and only comedy club in Iceland are all free. Isn't that amazing? Let's hear it for the club. Since it's free, we're going to pass around this tip jar. Feel free to put in whatever you can. I know, free show in a country where we charge you to look at water. It's amazing. So let's pass this thing around like we're in church, except it's led by a Jew who's going to hell. So thank you guys for coming out. This is Northern Lights. I've been your host, Aaron Zarabi. Thanks a lot.